Hello, my name is Yana and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are already a follower. And today we are doing the second part of the Landgraabs Renovation series. The first part was released a couple of days ago, and that was concentrating on the exterior of the house, so a lot of landscaping, and there is a lot of stuff going on in the backyard. So if you would like to see that, I do recommend you go check that out, and today we're just concentrating on the interior as well as the pool house and some balcony areas. And of course we are like always starting out with the kitchen. So I have also done a Landgraabs gas makeover video, and that is also available on my channel, and why I do recommend you check that out as well. If you do enjoy Let's Plays, I have one in mind, and it will be played at this house with the Landgraabs family. So I'm thinking about calling it like Landgraabs Legacy Let's Play. But if you do have some recommendations, I am happy to take those recommendations and consider them, since I do hope we will be playing with them for quite a while. And I will be discussing, or I am just discussing more in detail what I think what will happen in the Let's Play in my previous video, the part 1 of this renovation. And so yeah, and as you can see, we are almost done with the kitchen. And I do go in this house, this is mainly like white and beige and golden tones, what I do think Nancy Landgraabs enjoys, because that's also the colors she wears. I did change her outfits and give her like an updated look in the cast video, but I tried to keep the same kind of vibe that they originally had gone with, you know, the Sims team who made them originally. And so I used a couple of tricks here in the kitchen. I did this kind of breakfast area where I pushed the actual table under the counters, and the trick there is to use one of those dishwashers, and after you put it under the actual counter, you can size it down, so you will have this kind of an just a countertop there, and you can place items underneath there. And I also used that in front of the window, where I placed some stools, which are not like functional, but I thought it looked quite nice. And we are doing the entryway and dining room right here, and there will be an access to the backyard from here as well. So this is where you come into the house, and the first thing you see is this like marble staircase going upstairs, and also this dining area. And they do have quite a lot of seats and, you know, tables around the house. It is quite the big house, so that's why this is a two-part series, because the actual backyard, it has like 2 pools, there's like different sorts of areas, and there's also a pool house for, you know, some other games, and also a room for a butler, which I will be hiring, which I do hope actually works this time. The last time I was playing with butlers, they had some issues with them not actually doing any work. So I hope that will not be the case this time. And I added this plant on the staircase, and while playtesting, when you have BB move objects on, it does work, so it wasn't, you know, a problem for the Sims to walk past it. So I thought that was kind of a nice touch here. And this is their private spa area. I think this is mostly for Nancy, but I thought it would be fun and very, you know, kind of wealthy to have your own kind of a spa in your house. And this spa area leads up to the second pool of the house, which also has, in the exterior part, it has like this outdoors kitchen space. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. This house in all its I don't know, glory, was very different to what I usually build, and I got to use a lot of items, and there's a lot of different sort of rooms here. And now we're working on the downstairs. We're working on one of our offices, so we have one for Joffrey and one for Nancy. So Joffrey in The Sims 4 is working as a detective, and my storyline for this Let's Play is going to be how Joffrey will figure out who is the criminal mastermind around here who has been running things, and you know, he has no idea that it's his own wife, and you know, he's after Nancy even if he doesn't know it himself. And you know, the Let's Play will be all about how that will go. So I think it will be kind of fun. I hope so. I've never done a Let's Play, so it will be very different. But yeah, I wanted to make sure, this house took me quite a long time, because I wanted to make sure, you know, it was well suited for the Let's Play, and there was plenty of stuff to do. And actually some of the items that I placed here, I don't think I've only tried ever or just tried once. So I tried to place them here as well, so I would actually get to use them during the gameplay at some point. So there will be, for example, the wall climbing thing, and it's in the pool house. So yeah, I think this will be a lot of fun. And if you do decide to download this house, of course you can use this for the Landgraabs or just about for anyone. But this for sure has a lot of stuff in it, this mansion. So here we are. I will be showing you only one of the bathrooms, and that was just when I was talking about everything else, but you saw it, and that was the downstairs bathroom. But there will be 5 bathrooms in this house, but I thought it would be too repetitive to see them all. And you know, they are, you know, I use the same items in them, but in different layouts and stuff. But you know, that's one of them. And here we are working with the living room, and it's right next to the kitchen, and there's a door out in the into the patio area. And yeah, there's also a piano and a bar inside. There was a lot of space to work with, and I feel like I made this house actually smaller than it originally was. So I don't know how it worked before that, but yeah, the thing is, what I'm a little bit worried about is, because I usually like to play in smaller houses, because you can always find your sims easily and you don't have to jump around with the camera so much. So I am kind of worried with 4 sims, how will I be able to find them and just not get lost? Of course, I think I will be able to edit all that out. I hope so. I don't know, because I've never done a Let's Play. I don't know how editing that will go. It will definitely be interesting. So yeah, and you know, this living room area, I do think it's quite nice. I used a lot of items from Get Famous. I thought they had the sort of luxurious feel that Nancy would probably want here, and I do think this is mainly based on like Nancy's taste. I don't think she's done the interior design herself. I do think she hired someone. And this home has 3 stories. So in the bottom floor there is the main living area and the spa and Joffrey's office. And in the second floor there are the bedrooms, a gym, and a guest bedroom. So there's that as well. And we are now working on the hallway. And in the top floor there is actually Nancy's kind of locked away office, so that Joffrey can never find out what she's doing, and she has her own bathroom there, and also there's a private cinema. So yes, like I said, it's a lot of stuff. Here we are working like from the hallway in the second floor, you go through to this massive walk-in closet, which you can enter from, and then you can enter to the master bedroom, and there's also a master suite. So they actually have this whole wing to themselves. So it's almost like half of the house, okay, 1/3 part of the house, but it's still quite massive. And they also have the big private balcony. And here we are working on the master bedroom, and the same color scheme. I think Joffrey's bedroom, and no, Joffrey's office and then Malcolm's bedroom are the only ones that don't go with this kind of gold and white color scheme. So yeah, Nancy is the one wearing pants in this house and doing the decisions on what goes on. And you know, I had this kind of I thought it was kind of a fun idea to make, actually, because if you don't know, Zoni Zest is their actually eldest son, who was disowned by the family because he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. And my version of it is that there's more this story that it was Nancy's decision to disown him because when he came of age he didn't want to get involved in Nancy's criminal business, which Joffrey doesn't know of. So that's kind of my addition there, and that will be part of the story if Zoni Zest will be, you know, part of the family again. But so yeah, why I started talking about this was that I imagined that the gym that they have here was originally Zoni's room, which Nancy in her furious mindset, you know, was just like, yeah, he's disowned, we don't own a son, so we will be transforming his room into a gym. So yeah, that was my idea behind there. And now we're actually working on Malcolm's room. So Malcolm is a teenager in this family, and he in The Sims 4 is, I remember that one of his traits is actually evil. So in the previous Sims games he was actually more like his father, who was a doctor in the previous games, and you know, he was kind of closer to him and something like that. But I think in the Sims 4 they have kind of switched that around, and Malcolm is actually more like his mother, and I do think he might possibly be the follower in Nancy's footsteps and, you know, become this criminal mastermind after his mother. So yeah, that's what's going on here, and well, that will be a question. We will see what happens in the Let's Play. But you know, I do think he's a little bit prattish. You know, I'm really happy with the makeover that I gave him. I think he looks like this very sleek and sly guy, and you know, he's always had everything he's wanted in life. And as you can see from his room, he has actually 2 consoles. So what I was playing with, the idea was that, you know, the other console is like, you know, he has like a PS4 or PS5, and then the other one is like a, what are other consoles? Oh, Xbox or something like that. So yeah, he has like his own sitting area and, you know, everything he's ever wanted. And I do think he wants to be this kind of cool teenager, so he does play some instruments, or at least he tries to, and he has this DJing table thingy. And I do think he dabbles in those things, but I don't know if he's actually very good at them. So we'll see how that goes as well. And yeah, I'm very happy with how his room turned out. I think he has like these more expensive items, but it still looks like, you know, a teenager's room, I think. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I was kind of getting tired of the whole white and gold theme at some point, because I was doing the whole house in that manner. So yeah, and here we're working with the gym. So there are a couple of, you know, gym equipments here, and you know, it's a gym. They do get their own kind of a fresh how do you call it? Like for freshening up, you sometimes have these like sodas or something. So they do have a whole fridge for that in their gym. So I thought they just needed something a little bit extra to make it more, you know, fancy and you know, like that. So, and I also put like a tray for drinks here, and yeah, it's quite plain and simple, but I'm quite happy with it. I think it goes with the rest of the house. And here I add the fridge thing, and there's an access to another balcony here from the gym. I originally wanted to have the access from Malcolm's room, but I thought this was Johnny Zest's old room, and he, you know, used to be the elder son, and he actually still is, but he's disowned. So I thought, you know, originally he had the bedroom with the balcony access, but Malcolm does have a balcony access as well. You will see it quite soon, and it's actually the bigger balcony. But yeah, here I'm starting with the guest bedroom, and you know, if Zoni will come back to the family one day or even visit, this will be where he can sleep at. It's very generic. I didn't put a lot of personalized items. There is a bed and all these basic stuff for a bedroom, bookcase, and also a dresser. But that's about it, and it also has an access to a small balcony, but that's about it. And I think the next part will be doing the Malcolm's balcony, and yeah, that's quite fun. There's actually a hot tub here, so they have 2 hot tubs. There was so much space in this house that there's a lot of stuff. Like I said before, it was just, I was kind of running out of ideas on what to put here, on what to do. But I do think it looks like it's there wasn't too many empty spaces in the end. And here we are doing Malcolm's balcony, and I will delete one of the doors here, so it is a private access balcony for Malcolm. And there's some sun tanning chairs and the hot tub, so I think it's quite fun if he has friends over or something like that, they can hang out here as well. I do think he is quite spoiled. I think Nancy is making sure that he gets everything he wants, so what happened with Johnny doesn't happen with Malcolm. So yeah, here I'm actually doing another exterior piece because I kind of left out finishing this roof in the first part because I wasn't sure what to do with it. And I used this trick with the get to work tables to make this kind of a white rooftop on next to them, but I felt like it would be too much with another set of them. So I went with these green areas, and we have moved on to Nancy's office. It's on the top floor, and the office will be locked for everyone else. And you will see I am adding a lot of clutter here. So I'm adding all these random things. So what my idea was, because I'm not sure what Nancy does. I know she's a criminal, but like what kind of criminal? So I thought she has all these trophies. In the previous Sims games, she was like a businesswoman. So I do think she is running some sort of a like, maybe she has a business, but it's only a front for her criminal activities. So I think thought that was kind of fun, and she actually has like this kind of like a framed like an honor plaque or something for business or something like that. And I thought all these kind of random things were kind of her own trophies from doing stuff. Like there's measuring thingy, and like maybe she has stolen some of these things from someone else, and there's this random bags of cash here and there, and yeah, it's just very questionable. But it was a lot of fun, but it was so random, and I wasn't sure what I was actually doing here and there. And I had this kind of like a what's that called? I should know that word in these times. That washes away bacteria from your hands. I can't remember it, but a dispenser for that in her office as well. So if she's like touching something and she can have her fingerprints on it, she will disinfect her hands, And yeah, and she has her own private bar here. Maybe work is hard sometimes. Being a criminal is not easy. So they do have bars everywhere else in the house as well. I think like 3, but this is here she gets her own space. So after a hard day of work, maybe she just wants to use her own private bar. To be honest, I was just running out of ideas on what to do, but I thought that was kind of fun. Here you can see I have already started working on the movie theater place room. But that's because I actually forgot to press record after I took a pause, so sorry about that. But here you can see it. I first went with white, but then again I thought that maybe a movie room should be darker. And here we have actually an ice cream maker and a popcorn machine, which I thought was kind of fun. Maybe they sometimes get together and watch some movies, like thrillers or something like that. And then I moved on to the pool house. Very simple. There is one bedroom and they have their own bathroom. and this will be the butler's room, and it's quite simple. They have their own desk and a bookcase and something like that, but in the like the public area, if you can call it that, there's the wall climbing machine, and also like a, what's it called, the sports table thing that came with it to get to university, the ping pong table or something like that, or beer pong. I'm not sure which it actually is, but or if it's the same thing. But yeah, there's that as well. So you know, yeah, I will be. I'm quite excited for the gameplay and getting to try all these things, because I'm always when I play the game, if I play the game, it's actually very simple. I always do the same thing. It's very family oriented, and I don't really try out new things. And I think that might be a part of the reason why I get bored with playing with The Sims so easily. So I do hope all these items and an idea for a storyline will make this more interesting, and maybe get me more excited to play, like actually play with the game as well. A little bit more. Of course, the upcoming Eco Lifestyle Pack will be making me play the game a little bit more, because every time there's a new pack, I do actually enjoy the gameplay for a while. It doesn't always last quite long. It depends how pleased with the pack I am, but yeah, we will see. I hope so. And here we are at the screenshots. I hope you like this video, and I hope you're looking forward to the Let's Play, and I hope to see you there. So this will be available in the gallery. Just search Yana Laayis or hashtag Yana Laayis in the gallery. And thank you for watching. If you like this, subscribe, like and comment. Thank you. Bye!